Hey, Irene.
Hey, Henry.
We got tagged by the Citystead on a YouTube challenge, tagging, something like that, about 5 reasons why we go to YouTube. So we thought we'd sit down and give a little bit of our take on why we go to YouTube. The first one is inspiration. We're looking for brilliant, creative, or timely ideas to help us on the homestead.
Yep. We're BrainStormAcres because we are in a perpetual state of brainstorming. You always have some sort of an issue and you always need some sort of a solution. And sometimes we can find them ready-made on YouTube.
Sometimes you can't, but at least you have a chance to look. The second reason is commiseration. That's compassion or comfort that we're looking for. Things don't always go right on the homestead.
Yeah, it's nice to know that you're not alone. You know, somebody else's tomatoes didn't do well last year. Somebody else wound up with bugs in their green beans. It's just nice to know that you're not alone. And sometimes because of where we live, we can feel very alone.
Yeah.
You know, there's no neighbors that we speak to on a regular basis who are doing the same things that we are. So even though our YouTube friends may be far away, they still feel like friends.
And you know, another piece of compassion is being able to offer assistance to people that we meet on YouTube who are struggling with a problem or just need a shoulder to lean on or an ear to listen. The third reason we go is revelation. That's a surprising and previously unknown fact to us. Now, we've been on this earth for 66 years, 67 years, something like that. And we've done a lot of different things. So we like to think it's difficult to surprise us, but it isn't.
Well, and every once in a while you go on and you're just like, I didn't know that. But in fact, that's one of our standard jokes when we've been working separately is, hey, I learned something today. You know, how cool is that to learn something and then to be able to share it?
The fourth reason why we go to YouTube is for exploration. There's nothing more interesting, more fun, more exciting than to go in an unstructured fashion onto YouTube looking at various topics. So, sometimes we see them on your videos. Sometimes we see them on a suggested video.
Right. It's amazing the different things we've run across. You're looking at wood stoves because you're considering buying a new one, and you find out there's a whole other set of different types of stoves that you didn't even know existed. And then you track that down, and you find somebody who's figuring out how to make these things from scratch. How cool is that?
It's awesome. It's really fun. It's really fun to learn that and explore that. You might not ever actually do it, but it's nice to know.
It's nice to at least understand the process, even if you're never going to do it.
And kind of our interesting last item is entertainment. Now, we live off the grid. And by off the grid, I mean we don't have cable TV, we don't have a telephone line. The closest telephone pole is 6.5 miles from where we're sitting right now. So there's just no chance that we're going to have those things brought to us.
Right. It would be possible to pay for satellite uplink, but to be honest, right now it's just not on the budget to have any kind of satellite service for TV. We used to have broadcast TV, but our antenna died, and they're expensive, and it's going to be a while before we can buy another one. We can do some streaming, and we obviously have internet connectivity, but YouTube has provided a source that we didn't even think about initially for all sorts of television programs and documentaries. We've discovered a couple of channels that do, the BBC, for instance, in England, does some amazing documentaries. We've found a couple of channels that were doing some reruns of World War II Victory Garden shows and stuff like that, some of which are pretty horrific because of the things they tell you to put on your garden. But it's interesting. I mean, it's very cool. Plus all the entertainment of just watching. I mean, a lot of people we watch on YouTube, They give you good information, but they can be darn funny too. And that just really, I mean, there's a couple of people who were like, oh, I feel, you know, I'll say to Henry, I need something to cheer me up. Let's go watch so and so, because you almost never leave one of their videos without a smile on your face.
Right. So that's about it for our reasons for going to YouTube. We have a number of channels that we're going to tag here. Irene's going to read them.
Right. I'm going to start actually with 3 UK channels.
Right.
We've discovered that we can get a huge amount of very good information from some of the UK channels, and because they have very unusual growing conditions a lot of times, plus they use hoop houses a lot as a standard part of their everyday gardening because of their climate tends to be cold, we've discovered that some really exceptional channels out there. So first I'd like to tag Liz Zorab at By the Farm, Digwell Greenfingers, and UK We Grow. And then for the American channels, we'd like to tag Appalachia's Homestead with Patara, Harshman Hill, and 180 Degrees from Average. And we'll put all those things down, the links to all those down in the description.
Thanks for watching.
And of course, being tagged is optional. If you really can't do it, but we just really love to hear why people, we've been watching a few of these, and it's really nice to find, why do people go to the YouTube? So
it's a way of learning a little more about the people that we watch.
Exactly, exactly.
So speaking of watching, thanks for stopping by our channel. Please like and subscribe. Push the little notification button down below so you get notifications of when we post new things.
Yep, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.